We used to do this, we called it pinball. If we had a kid who was either a little bit soft that game or could not get over screens on defense. Now, granted, this takes a lot of time, and you may not want to spend 4 straight minutes with one kid. But I would put players anywhere on the floor, and I would be up top. And there's my offensive player, and there's the guy who ain't very good with going over screens. Right there. This offensive player could do anything he wants. They bitch. It's like a pinball, all over the place. And I can hit the offensive player anytime. But what it gets that kid to understand is, here's what we really believe with the Boston Celtics. Offense is multiple actions. Defense is, you heard it, I think, earlier, multiple effort. Offense is multiple actions. You go off of one screen, Ray Allen, you're not open, come back off it again. Go off of another one. Good offense is multiple actions. Actually, great offense is multiple actions and ball movement. Great defense is multiple efforts. Okay? Pinball screening. That's one of our play hard drills. That one. All right, let's go into this is called close, direct, charge. Close, direct, charge. Coach. Coach. Least favorite coach. There's your line. You can do it both ends. He's got a ball. All right. We close out. As soon as I smack the ball, we close out. So I'm the coach. I have the ball. The guy closes out to me. I pretend to pass it to the top. Just that. That's all. That's all. That keys the next part of the drill because we want this guy to keep the ball the whole time. As soon as I do that, I get into my help position or shrink spot. Someone asked me out in the hallway, what's a shrink spot? That's a help spot. Shrink is a term, an NBA term. You may use it. Okay? Now, once the coach up top, remember, we're playing with an air ball, right? Pretends to throw it to the corner. Okay? Because we don't want guys getting hurt. Now, he will pretend to drive the ball. But this is a coach and or a manager who generally can't dribble. All right? So I'm going to go outside the lane and take my charge. So I've gotten closeouts, help positions to shrink positions, rather, and then I've gotten there to take a charge. Okay? And then as soon as that's done, this next guy's going. Now, you have to have a manager down here to kind of clean up the sweat. All right? That's the only downside of this drill. It hasn't caused us an injury when I was a college coach of all the years we did the drill. We call this close, direct, charge. Now, here's something defensively for you to think about. This just crossed my mind. We had a term we called force to tape. And this may either stimulate your thought or you may even want to use it. Penetration is so big. So what we did is we taped a big X halfway between lane line and sideline. The next two X's were halfway between foul line and baseline. And the last X was at the top of the key. And here's why we did this. We felt the penetration was killing us, so we wanted to give our guys visual targets. So let's say the ball's on the side of the floor. And he wants to turn the corner into the middle and get into what we talked about last night, the penetration box. My goal is to force him to the next piece of tape. So I got a goal when I'm guarding that guy. He wants to get here. I want to force him to this tape. If he drives baseline, rather than let him go here, I want to force him to this tape. Now, if he's up top, with the ball right here, this is a piece of tape now, so don't think it's a defender. What he wants to do with his penetration is there. What we'd like to be able to get him to do is force him to the tape. And that's hard. But if he does turn the corner, now we got this tape. And we would drill that one-on-one from those operational offensive areas. Force to the tape. Manager, manager. And this is going to count some of you guys out already. But we had enough. We had a lot of volunteers when I was in college. Shell with post and corner drive. You might have been one of the drivers. One of the only guys who could actually drive the ball before he turned it over. So then we had our normal shell positions and our normal defense on those guys, right? So they would just keep on doing normal shell. Just try and visualize these 4 players and these 4 defenders. Don't worry about the M's right now, okay? So they keep moving and shuffling and getting to shrink spots and all that. And at any time, they could throw to the corner. Let's say he threw to the corner, okay? Well, if the ball's over here, I'd be off anyway. So now the manager, anytime the ball went to the corner, their only rule was drive the ball. I had to come over to the launching pad, which Doc calls it. I had to sink and fill down here. I had to come in and fill the triangle because of all this action going on right here. And I probably had to dive down and maybe help out right there. Okay? So it overloaded everything. The reason we originally started the drill and didn't have any managers on the block, but then this guy got lazy. He just said he kind of was just going halfway down. So then we put managers in, and he had to go in and at least get his inside hand in there so they couldn't do a dump-off pass here. So anytime it's called shell with post and corner drive. Really overloads the shell drill. Okay,